Hello and welcome to another edition of Conspirator Brock's Pull List. This is my post for the week of February 5th, 2020. We are officially in February, and kind of a slow start to the year with comic books. Comic books kind of finished strong at the end of 2019 with a lot of really great titles ending. So we've had a little bit of a lull. We have not had any Tom King books, which we will be getting soon enough. Strange Adventures is coming out soon, and I'll talk about that a little later in the video. But let's get to it for this week for what's on my pull list. First up, we have Batman 386, the dollar version, and this is, of course, the first appearance of the Black Mask. Down here at the bottom, it reads, crazier than the Joker, deadlier than Ra's al Ghul, and introducing a villain for the 80s, Black Mask. So, we'll see if Black Mask translates in Birds of Prey coming out this week on Friday. I'm going to see it tomorrow night, so I'm super excited to check out Birds of Prey and see how a lot of these characters are introduced into the movieverse, especially that we're going to be seeing Black Mask played by Ewan McGregor. So, of course, first appearance of Black Mask should come out the same week, and kudos to DC for making that actually happen. Next up, we have a Batman at number 88. I have not yet checked out Tyrion. Tynion. That's it. Tynion the Fourth. Batman. I'm 3 issues behind. I'm reading a lot of this Expanse by James S.A. Corey. Yeah, Corey. Really, really good stuff. I can't wait to watch Expanse on Amazon. It was originally on Sci-Fi. But that's cut into my single issue reading drastically. So I'm hopefully going to be getting caught up in the next few weeks. I have some time coming up where I'm going to have some free time to actually sit down and plow through a lot of this stuff. So, so like tonight, my goal is to at least get 5 books read. Tomorrow, again, same little goal. So if you make little goals and then kind of do a big spurt, little goals and a big spurt, you should be okay if you need to get through your comics. But we got more to go to. Next up, we have DC's Crimes of Passion. Number 1, of course, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And, of course, DC is putting out a special in kind of honor of Valentine's Day, but not. I like getting these one-shots, these big anthology things that have a bunch of stories in them. Based on some theme. Sometimes they're really cool stories, sometimes they suck, but at least I'm getting something that's entertaining. So if you're curious and you just want a whole bunch of random stories about Crimes of Passion, check it out. Next up, we have The Dreaming, number 18. Sideshow has done a decent job on this book. Sometimes I don't even know what's going on from issue to issue, but I like it, so it's okay. It hasn't fallen off. A lot of the Sandman books did fall off my pull list just because I couldn't stand them. It was just, I really wanted to, but I just didn't like them. Next up, we have Gideon Falls, number 21. I'm a couple issues behind on Jeff Lemire and Andrea Sorrentino's fantastic Gideon Falls. It's super, super good, super creepy. Just a really, really solid horror-esque book. If you like horror, definitely pick it up. Next up, we have Green Lantern in number 1, the facsimile edition. This is the 1960s version of Green Lantern. It is volume 2, not volume 1. It's funny to get these books and like kind of see like old layouts and stuff like that, and especially just this Green Lantern logo is not centered on the page and all that stuff. So there's a lot of cool stuff to it. I like picking up some of those facsimile editions just to see what was in these books and kind of have a copy for myself for kind of research. But I'm looking forward to diving into the Green Lantern facsimile, number 1. Next up, we have Harley Quinn at number 70. I'm a few issues behind on Harley. If you'll notice a theme, a lot of Harley this week. I've enjoyed Harley. It's just been fun. It is what it is. Humphreys has done a fantastic job. Russell has occasionally popped in for fill-in issues, but overall, I've enjoyed Harley. Amanda Conner and Jimmy Palmiotti did a great run. They stopped, and it's been decent ever since. It's refreshing that we're going to get Amanda and Jimmy back with the Birds of Prey book. But we'll see what that entails when that comes out. Next up is Isola, number 10. This book is still coming out. Yes, it's just delayed. So if you like Isola, pick it up. It's interesting. It's not necessarily something that I think right now I would recommend to people because I think the story is still developing for me. and in essence for the whole series, but it's enjoyable enough. So if you're curious, the first trade is out. You can pick that up, and that's a good way to check it out. Next up is a DC Black Label book in the Prestige Plus format, and that's Joker Harley Criminal Sanity number 3. I haven't yet to actually dive into this one. It's hard for me to read the magazine ones, the big Prestige Plus format ones, because I like to sit down and read them at a certain time and a certain place. So it's not like I can easily just grab them and go through them. I need to get caught up on the question and stuff, and Joker Harley Criminal Sanity, but hopefully soonish I will be caught up. Next up is Justice League number 40. This starts Robert Vendetti's run on Justice League. I'm super excited to see what Vendetti has in store. His Hawkman was fantastic. Freedom Fighters was amazing. I think he learned a lot from his transition from when he transitioned into Green Lantern after John's. It was not the best at first, but then it started to hit its stride, and Vendetti's been just solid writer. So I'm curious to see how he follows up Snyder's run on Justice League, which some of you may have been kind of like, huh? With the ending on issue 39. It's continued in what's coming out with Metal 2 or what's coming down the pipeline from DC. So just, it's coming. It's a weird transition, I think, but overall, I think at the end, it'll work. Next up, we have Justice League Odyssey number 18. This book, I have no idea half the time what goes on, but I'm reading it. I'm enjoying it. Abnett's doing a decent job with keeping me at least interested. The art is okay, so it doesn't hurt the eyes like Action Comics. Yeah, so Justice League Odyssey. We don't know when that book's going to end, but I mean, I don't see it going very much longer. Lois Lane number 8 of 12 is out. Greg Rucka has done a fantastic job with Lois Lane. I'm of course a few issues behind, which sucks, but it's solid, so I know that each issue I'm going to pick up is going to be good. Next up, we have Manifest Destiny number 41. I've loved Manifest Destiny since the beginning, since it was released. They're finally coming back out after being on a hiatus for a little while, so we get to continue in the world of Lewis and Clark going across the United States and finding things, but this time they're not just finding America, they're finding weird creatures and all this stuff. So yeah, if you have not checked Manifest Destiny out, I highly recommend it. It is solid. I really want them to do a deluxe version of the series and put them on in those nice deluxe hardcovers like the sagas over here. These are so nice over here. These are nice. But we'll see. Who knows? Next up is The Visitor number 2. The first issue of this was okay. I'm curious to see where it goes. Of course, you can see on the top, they got the Bloodshot is coming into theaters. So I'm going to be checking that out next month. But Valiant overall, at like most of their titles, and it's a decent solid line. So if you're curious and you want to branch out from Marvel and DC, but still have a universe to go to, Valiant is what I would highly recommend you check out. Next up, we have Young Justice number 13. Looks like we're going to go into the Warlord world of DC, and Young Justice is going to have some antics there, so curious to see what happens with that. But Bendis has done a decent job on Young Justice, and I've been enjoying it for 12 issues so far. So, yeah, hopefully it gets much better. I did pick up a couple variants this week. The first one I got was Batman 88. It's an awesome variant there. It's the $4.99 price point because it is the cardstock variant, which is annoying, but hey, I like a lot of the Batman variants. I get a lot of them unless I just can't get into the artist, but we'll see. And Harley Quinn 70, of course, had a Frank Cho variant, which I picked up as well. And Joker Harley Criminal Sanity had a variant, so I snagged that one up as well. And we actually got both of our covers in for the Prestige Plus format books from DC. That is a miracle in itself, because for the past, I don't know how long, every Prestige Plus book we've gotten, we've either been short of the main cover or the variant, and it's just been crazy. So it's good to see that we got both. I did pick up some graphic novels this week. The first one I got was Batman Tales Once Upon a Crime. This is Derek Fridolf, and Dustin Nguyen does the art. So I'm really curious to check this out. It is a DC Kids book based on the little digest size that they got here. The teen ones are a little bit wider and a little bit bigger. But yeah, this is basically for the kiddos. So if you got a kid at home, check out Batman Once Upon a Crime. And we got another of the a Black Label Prestige Plus hardcovers, and that is for Harleen. Harleen comes with basically a really nice slipcase for the cover. The slipcase slides off and it's her regular face underneath the mask. But I thought that was a really good thing, or really nice touch they added to the dust jacket for Harleen. I think they're only doing it on the first run of this, so if you want to pick that up, you may want to think about grabbing Harleen in hardcover now. They do those little gimmicky things, but I picked it up because I'm a sucker for Harley. So, yeah. And finally, I got Star Wars Age of Republic. This collects all the Star Wars Age of Republic one-shots that it came out last year, I believe. And yeah, just a nice oversized hardcover of all those one-shots. So really stoked to actually read them for the first time. Yeah, it'll go nicely in my oversized hardcover Star Wars section of my collection. I did pick up a little item. I was supposed to get a red, white, and black Harley Quinn statue this week, but we got shorted, so hopefully that'll be in at some point. I know I've been horrible about getting unboxing videos up, so again, hopefully soon I will be able to just sit down and take care of that and get you guys some more content up here. But I did pick up one of these little Harley Quinn or Birds of Prey things, and it's one of these little, I don't know, they're the mystery minifigures. We open them up at the shop and sell them individually. But there's a, let me zoom in right there for you, but this is the pouting Harley Quinn. The only disappointing thing is that she doesn't have the Cheese Whiz container. Yeah, I'm definitely super excited for that. I got it basically because it reminded me of my daughter pouting. So yeah, so I'm gonna have to post that up. There's a bunch more. The Beaver, they have a Beaver, they have a couple of the other characters, Harley in a bunch of different outfits. So yeah, all the merch is coming, baby, for Birds of Prey. So be on the lookout for all that stuff. So yeah, that's it for this week. I did want to talk quickly about Strange Adventures. I got to actually read an advanced copy of Strange Adventures #1 from Tom King with art by Mitch Gerads and Doc Shaner. And man, does it follow in the vein of Vision and Mr. Miracle. Really, really great first issue. Cannot wait for more. I cannot wait to actually get a copy that doesn't have watermarks on it and all this garbage lines on it. I want to read, like, I'm super excited. It comes out for, next month, I believe, but it will be on FOC soon. So if you want to get a copy, make sure you tell your local comic shop, hey, I want to subscribe to Strange Adventures. It is definitely worth it. Tom King and Mitch Gerads are a great, great creative talent team, and you bring in Doc Shaner, and it's just even better. Not to mention, if you're on Twitter, following Doc and Mitch's kind of little artistic feud is really, really fun and just like tons of laughs. So definitely something I would recommend doing is following those guys. Follow all three of them and me. Yeah, so Strange Adventures, definitely something I think everybody should have on their pull list going forward. But yeah, get down to your local shop, tell them you want to pre-order it, and make sure you snag your copy. There will be 2 covers for each issue, one done by Mitch and one done by Doc. And so yeah, it's really, really interesting what's happening in the book, and just kind of what's going on in one end and what's going on in another. And the 2 different art styles just really play into separating out when you're seeing these stories. So definitely check it out. Little previews, pew pew. So enjoy. But yeah, Strange Adventures on your pull list. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. If you want, you can also listen to me on the Comics Conspiracy podcast. We just finished recording episode 439. We talk about the Arrow finale that we got last week, finishing off 8 seasons of Arrow. It was a great run the whole time. A little bit of confusion with the last 2 episodes, but overall, I think Arrow is a fantastic show, and I'm sad to see it go, but I'm curious to see where the CW takes the Arrowverse now going forward. I need to get caught up on the other shows. I know Flash came back this week, so we are in officially the post-crisis CW world, and yeah, I can't wait for that. So we talk some of that. We talk also about, we answer some listener questions and talk some other topics. So the link in the description below, you can check us out. We are you can go to www.geekbox.net or go to Apple, or podcast at Apple, I don't even know what Apple Podcasts. I don't know what they call it anymore. And we're also on Spotify, so check us out there as well. You can help me and my fellow conspirators out through Patreon at www.patreon.com/comicsconspiracy. For as little as $1 a month, you help us with hosting fees, getting food sometimes, and of course, yes, getting products. So thank you very much to all of our Patreon backers. It helps out immensely. It keeps me in what I'm doing and what I enjoy and what I love, and it allows me to, share it with you guys. So thank you very much for that. If you want, leave a comment down in that comment section below. Let me know what you're reading, what you're checking out. If you have any questions or any of that stuff, keep it nice. The internet's a shitty place, and we don't want it to be shitty here. So, let me know what you think. Let me know if you're curious also about Strange Adventures, or if you're going to be putting Strange Adventures on your pull list. So, leave that down in the comment section below. You can follow me on Twitter. My handle's @BrockSager. If you want to help me out a little more directly, you can buy anything through an Amazon link here or at conspiratorbrock.com. And if you click on those and buy something or buy what you click, I get a little cut. Thank you very much to those that do that. Or you can go over to my eBay page and pick up stuff there as well that I'm getting rid of or cycling through or just randomly pick up, and something I don't want and I'm just getting rid of it. So that helps out as well. So thank you to everyone who helps out, and it is much appreciated. This is running long. I'm going to get it up on Wednesday. I'm going to do it for you guys. So thanks for watching us, and I will see you next week.